Ciao a tutti cari amici, oggi abbiamo un appuntamento importante con un DJ house music, un DJ famosissimo negli Stati Uniti. Welcome Hector Romero, how are you?
Thank you, grazie. I am well here in New York. Molto freddo
Wow,
in New York.
it's
Very
my
cold.
favorite city.
Really? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I went 2, 3 months ago, and I think it's the best city for the culture, for the music, and in your music, I feel New York City.
This is true. New York is special. We've always been in the forefront of electronic music. I mean, even from the disco days, of course. So, and then, of course, into house music from there. And yeah, we have some great talent here that's always doing well and growing. And so, yeah, I'm very proud of my city, of course, of course. So, thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoy your stay when you come to New York. It's the
I have
same.
my
I'm sorry, I was going to say the same way I feel when I go to Italy, but I have different cities that I love.
I have my first question for you, Hector.
Sure.
What memories do you have of playing at Limelight and
Oh,
Palladium?
oh, yes. So those were the late 90s, early, well, all of 90s really. So the Limelight was a church, was an old Catholic church, and was converted many years after and it was purchased by a man called Stephen, oh, Geishman, Peter Geishan. Peter Geishan was the
Yes.
owner. Very famous club owner, nightlife owner, the Tunnel in New York, of course, Limelight. And I was playing there in the late 90s, and it was incredible to be there and to think that this used to be a church, people praying, but now the people are praying to the music. So it was pretty incredible. And then now Palladium was a little bit before that. I remember going there as a young teenager, like 18, 19, stuff like that. And probably one of the most beautiful looking clubs that I have seen in my life. Even to this day, I've been fortunate enough to see many clubs, but Palladium was futuristic. It was something about the way the layout, the entrance, going down the stairs, and then opening up to a huge room with the lighting system, laser light shows. So it was really special to go to Palladium. And then, of course, when I had my first opportunity to play at Palladium and also at Limelight, those were really amazing times to actually DJ at those places. So in that era was also the Tunnel, was another amazing club in New York City called the Tunnel. And that was the late mid 90s also, which was pretty amazing. So yeah, we have a lot of history when it comes to great clubs in New York City.
And what was the vibe like at this iconic venue?
Uh, it was free spirited. Um, of course, I don't like to sound like I'm an older guy, that clubbing is not the same. It was a different time. That's all. It was just a different time where people went there to forget their problems, to go out, to go dance and sing to the music. Yes, of course, it wasn't the era of no phones. Of course, there was no phones, I'm sure. If we had phones, I'm sure we would use them. But it was a special because you focused on the music and dancing and each other, whoever you were with. And so it wasn't about taking a video of the DJ. It was just focusing. And so it was a special time for nightlife and clubbing culture that I'm very happy and I was able to at least experience that, because I would, just to backtrack a little bit, I was too young to go to the real amazing Paradise Garage, amazing original nightlife. I was too young. So for me, my nightlife that I got to experience was a little bit after that club, after a garage, which was the Red Zone, Palladium, the Tunnel, those kind of clubs, Club USA in the city also. So many. 1018 was one of my favorite clubs also in the 90s. So that was a special time. It was a different way of life in nightlife clubbing. So yeah.
Have you ever played at the Party Monster?
The Party Monster? No. Which one was that? I'm trying to think of the Party Monster. Was a club? I don't
Yes,
recall that.
in the 90s, a club scene for a little guy, for a It's a strange scene, and in Italy, come this influence.
Really?
Yes,
I,
yes.
I have to look that up because I'm sorry, I didn't know about this. Interesting.
And 20 years ago, there was a movie with Macaulay Culkin, Party Monster, with the
Ah,
music of
yes.
Felix the Housecat.
Right. Okay. Oh, I didn't put it together.
Oh,
Amazing. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna watch it again now, for sure.
yes. Hector, I have a great question. In Palladium, there is a art of catering. Has pop art influenced your style, your music, your person?
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember clearly there was the very famous New York DJ called Junior Vasquez, and he had in his DJ booth some amazing art in his DJ booth, and I think believe probably the Keith Haring was in there, and there was so many other. Just he had a DJ booth which looked like his house because he was the resident DJ, so there was no other DJs every Saturday. It was just him. So his booth looked like the way he would decorate his place at home. So you walk in there, it was artwork, vinyl records from Grammy award winning records and stuff like that. So it was incredible. So yes, I do remember, and yes, so that always influences me for sure.
Tell about your relation, collaboration with David Morales.
Yes, my brother David. Yes. Wow. I've known David now for uh, at least 30 something years. We know each other. I met David when a promoter in New York City asked me to do a party with David. And I didn't know David, but I would go to this one club that he was the resident called the Red Zone. That was David's residency, one of the most famous clubs in New York City in the mid 90s, early 90s. And I would go every Saturday just to listen to David, but I didn't know him. So then one promoter asked me, his name is Eric Brahms, amazing promoter. Actually, his father, he was more than a promoter because his father was the owner of the Red Zone, Maurice Brahms. And so anyway, Eric asked me to DJ a party on a Sunday night because Monday was a holiday. So everybody's off, don't work, special party Sunday night. And he says, you will open up for David Morales. And I was like, oh my God, really? I'm going to open. This must be like 1990, 90, 89, 90. And fast forward, I did the night and David loved what I did. I was nervous. I was completely nervous because, of course, playing in front of David Morales. And I was young. I was like 19, 18 years old. And the same night, and I swear it's one of my favorite stories, the same night, he says to me at the end of the night, he says, Hector, I really enjoyed what you did. I'm going to London for the next 2 weeks. I would like you to fill in for me and play the next 2 weeks at Red Zone. I was just like, whoa, are you kidding me? We just met and you're trusting me to play for you at the Red Zone. And from that point on, we became amazing friends. I was so-called his opening DJ for every gig that he did in New York City. And then in 1993, he asked me to come to join him at Def Mix to start the label Definity Records, which was a label that he released Needing You, Bobby D'Ambrosio released Moment of My Life, records like this. So I started working at Def Mix in 94, really. In 94, I started working in Def Mix. And basically, I mean, 25 plus years working at Def Mix with David and Judy Weinstein, and of course with Frankie, God bless his soul, Bobby D'Ambrosio, Lord G, so many, Satoshi, of course, my brother Satoshi. So it was a lot of history, a lot of learning, and just becoming really close with David, working with him. And he basically gave me the opportunity to be where I am now. If it wasn't for him opening the door, yeah, I'm super grateful because he was the one that took me under his wing, said, come work with me. I like what you do. I like how you are. And basically that's the beginning of my path to where I am now in my career. So, and he's taken on many other people under his wing. But the thing is that you start that path, and then you have to evolve yourself also. You can't always stay under the wing, so he's always seen me grow and grow and grow, and he's so proud of what I'm doing now as well in my career. So yeah, and to this day, I just spoke to him maybe a half hour ago. We talk all the time. He's in the studio as always working. So yes, David, that's the reason, and I'm very grateful for that.
I think we must thanks David Morales for his music, but for important person, for his soul, a good soul, I think.
Absolutely. He is literally one of the originators of this becoming a superstar DJ. He came up in the era, of course, again, no phones, no social media, no overhype. Yes, there were magazines, there were club culture magazines that really supported him, but really he was a natural superstar DJ before it was cool to be a superstar DJ.
Talk about you. How would you describe your music?
My music is a culmination of it's like una ensalada of different because yes, it's house music.
Tramezzini.
Yes, exactly. So it really is, of course, the foundation is house music, but then I love vocal house. I like new disco. I love a little bit of tech. I like tribal. I like Afro. So it's just a camisini of different things. So that's the way I play my music. Really, I can't stay in one style for too long when I'm playing music. It's mixing it up, watching the crowd, looking at people, how they are interacting with the music I'm playing, and just always focusing on the crowd. Because that's why the beauty of me playing for 35 plus years already now. You learn that over time. Anyone can learn how to beat mix quick in a few sessions, but learning how to read a crowd, and that's where you master your craft, and you know how to segue into something maybe is not working, you go this way, so that's why I love playing different styles of electronic house music. So to answer the question, my style is very diverse, a little bit of everything.
I heard you in Ibiza at Pacha many years ago.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes. I hope it was a good experience.
Yes. I danced everywhere.
Oh, I love that. All right. Well, yeah, those times in Ibiza were really special as well. When that period for almost 10 years that we had the Def Mix residency at Pacha, and also we would do the residency at Space in the mornings, was incredible. So we would finish at 5 o'clock in the morning at Pacha, go have a breakfast, and then go start at Space Ibiza in the morning on Sunday morning. So that was a crazy period for sure.
And what has been the most memorable moment in your career so far?
Touching on Ibiza and Pacha, seriously, one of my most memorable moments was the first time that Def Mix, David and Judy, brought me to Ibiza to play the Def Mix night at Pacha. You thought I was nervous when I played at Red Zone with David. I was shaking when I was playing the first time in as they call the Mecca of electronic music, club culture, Ibiza, and then of course Pacha. So you imagine I was 22 years old, and playing in front of the owners of the club, the managers of the club, and that was just to be invited to play at Pacha. I felt like, wow, I think I made it. I think I made it as a DJ. I think this is it. This is it. This is the top to play at Pacha in Ibiza during that highlight of that club culture time period. That was pretty. I would say that's one of my top 5. Yes.
I have a curiosity. How do you prepare for live performance?
Oh, sure. For instance, I'm actually going this Thursday. I go to Napoli,
Oh, yes.
Giovedì. Yeah, I'm coming to play for Natale in Napoli. I'm playing in
Pozzuoli?
Pozzuoli, venerdì, and then Saturday I'm playing in Montefolto,
Montefusco?
Mon- Montefolto. What is it called? I think Il Pino, in Monteforte
Ah,
Il Pino. It's
yes, in
near
South
me.
Italy.
Yes, it's
South
in
Italy.
South. So anyway, so that's this weekend. So I'm preparing now. The way when I'm listening to my music, I use Apple Music to do my collection in my music. My music goes in Apple Music, but then I use a program called Record Box, which is for DJing. So it's made by Pioneer. But I prepare mentally putting music into a folder that I think is going to work in this club. So I start dragging music from my main collection to my folder, which in essence is the same way. The way I think of it is a crate, like the vinyl crate. That's the way I think of this folder. So I put music there that says Italy, 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 Italy. So this weekend, and I start putting music in. So I'm always preparing. Every time I get a new song, if I think it's gonna work, that song is gonna work in Italy, I put it into this folder. So a lot of preparing, also talking with the promoters, to get the vibe. Especially if I've never been to these two clubs that I'm playing this weekend. So I like to find out a little bit about the club. Or I know they love house music. I know that's not the question. Just to find out a little more information. Also, sometimes I like to talk to the DJ that's the resident DJ before me, just to see what style he plays. So there's a lot of little things that always go into preparing for a gig. It's never just show up. It's never just go there. It's always some mental preparingness and getting ready for the night. Yeah, for sure. Also, I have little things like I don't eat a big dinner before the night. I don't eat a big dinner because I don't like to be full and get upset stomach. So I eat a big pranzo, and then that's it. So I have those little things like that I've been doing this for years, for so many years. So a lot
I
of preparing.
searched we go in this club this weekend.
If you can, yes, it would be amazing.
I have another question important for me. You prefer Ibiza, Miami, or Italian club scene?
Oh, for sure, 100% Italian. Italian, for sure, 100%. Not because I'm talking to you, but I have a very deep connection with Italy. I've been playing in Italy for almost 30 years. Um, I have some amazing, good, lifelong friends that I have met over the years. Of course, I have a lot of people, fans that I adore, that support me, but I have grown to have some beautiful friends that I will, even when I stop to DJ, I can always call them, go visit them in Italy. Also because I'm Latino, so I think the Spanish people and the Italians have the la misma sangue.
Soul, soul,
The
our
soul,
soul.
the sangue, the passion for food, family, fashion, all that. So it's very, very close and very near to me. So yes, it's always about Italy, and not because I'm talking to you. I really mean that.
What do you think about smartphone in a club? The people use it, the video, use of the phone. Bob Sinclair is not good for this
Sure.
opportunity.
You know, I have mixed feelings. I agreed. I agreed with Bob what he said, and it really it takes away from the moment. I feel, but you can't. This is 2025 soon. In 2 weeks, it's part of what life is. It's about recording those memories and keepsaking those memories that you can share in the future with your friends and say I was there. And so yes, I know I personally wish it wasn't like this, but I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I just wish people would just enjoy the moment of dancing and singing to the music. And I know they're singing, they love their music, they love their DJ, but I wish it was just about dancing and the music, you know. Otherwise, I'm okay with it. I really don't hate on it.
What are your future goals in music?
Great question, because I ask myself that very often about what are my goals. So, of course, I cannot predict the future, but I do know that I feel like I have a lot more to contribute to electronic music and the culture. My passion, first and foremost, as you know, is being a DJ. My second passion is my work as an A&R director for a label. I actually do full-time work signing music to a Latin electronic label called Oriana Records. This label is owned by Sony Music, and I work with my partner in London called Dusko Justic. So it's what I do during the day. It's actually after I left Def Mix, I went to work with Sony Oriana Music to start this label. So signing new artists, looking for new producer DJs. This is what I love. And because a lot of people think, I have tried it, but a lot of people think that I'm always in the studio. I don't really work in the studio so much. Very little studio work. I don't really enjoy being in the studio. My passion is looking for new talent and A&Ring. I love the business side of the record industry. I really love the business side. I always tell young DJs, you know, you don't have to be a producer remixer in this business. Of course, I understand that nowadays, if you're not producing music, it's very hard to get DJ gigs. I understand that. But you try it, like I tried it, and I found out that I didn't really enjoy it so much. You know, I will still do a little bit if I'm working with somebody that knows how to be in the studio. But for me, I found my path when it came to A&Ring and label. I love talking to my distributor. I love talking to my lawyers, the business affairs department. I love all that about the music business. So I love putting projects together, putting a singer and a producer or DJ producer with a singer. I love that. So yeah, and it's always been like that. Even when I started at Def Mix, when we started the label Definity, I really was brought on board to start Definity Records, and that's how all those records that we released on that label, I was the one that was putting them out and signing those records with David, of course. But yeah, so that's my passion. That's what I want to contribute. I want to contribute to being a better A&R person in the music business. That's my future goals.
Good luck for these many jobs. But I have the last two questions. What's your favorite movie and your favorite song?
Oh, okay. The song is easy because I start thinking. So one of my favorite songs is "To Be in Love" by Masters at Work featuring India. "To Be in Love." Very special, dear. I'm a huge India fan, and of course a big Louis Vega, Kenny Dope, Masters at Work fan. Those are my buddies. I look up to them. So that's a very dear and special song to me because every time I play it, always gets a great reaction on the dance floor. It's a classic. It's a pure classic. Then my favorite movie. Oh my God. Wow. This is going to sound weird, but I really love this movie. It's strange. But Popeye with Robin Williams. It's an old... because I used to love Popeye as the cartoon when I was younger. And then when Robin Williams came out with Popeye, that I was like, wow, I really like that. And also he was a really amazing actor, Robin Williams. So yeah, that was strange, but I love that movie.
Hector, thanks for your time. It's a great honor for me. It was a great honor.
A pleasure for me also, really. Thank you.
We wait in Italy soon, and I hope to see you soon in North Italy to play.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, I want to thank the Tramesini brothers, I call them, for introducing us.
A big hug to Filippo Tramesini.
Yes, we love them. Such good guys, always doing well. So yes, thank you so much, Davide. Grazie Italia, and I'll see you very soon. Buon Natale.
Ciao.
And super Capodanno also. Happy New Year.
Happy Christmas.
Grazie, buon Natale.
Ciao.
Ciao Davide.
Ciao.
Grazie, ciao.